Hello. How is everyone doing? I hope you're good. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you've had a good Friday and you're excited for some strange antiquities. I'm excited for strange antiquities, that's for sure. Um, Hello, last boy standing. Hello to the G-Bob. Yeah, I mean, I've played Strange Horticulture. And that's it. I haven't played the demo for Strange Antiquities because by the time I finished Strange Horticulture, it was really close to this releasing. So I was like, might as well wait for the game. So, other than it's a follow up to the other game, and now we're doing with Antiquities, I don't really know anything about this one. So, we will be discovering it live. And for that reason, as always, let's chill with the spoilers. We're gonna work through the game as things happen. Unfortunately, there's like no music on the menu or anything. I'm not sure if there's music in the game. We'll see. We'll see. I shall make myself small, so I'm not all over the game, because that's always better. Yeah, I assume there will be a bunch of reading and stuff like that. So let's see what kind of cat we get, right? Because obviously there must be a cat in this game because they got a cat in the first game, and. Well, it will be a stream series, and obviously then there will be VODs on the channel from it. I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how long the game kind of is, because obviously I can stream over the weekend and stuff like that. But if there's still a bunch of left after this weekend, then I may just turn the rest into videos. We'll basically see how it goes. Because like in Strange Horticulture, there wasn't like. The puzzles were not too hard, so it seemed like it would be fine to do it into a stream and it would still flow. But if somehow they made this game a lot harder, we may have to consider videos, so you don't have to watch me think for too long. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. Yeah, let's go. I've like opened this game yesterday just to see that it works, but I assume it just saved like, you opened the game. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild, okay? It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. Yes, we've been left unsupervised once again. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread. Well, things get dark immediately. It is the first day, Thursday, and here it's our cat with two different colored eyes. Hello, kitty. Aren't you cute? Yes, what sort of things will happen? Yes, we have shelves with things. Is this plant haunted or something? Is it part of the shop? We've got a strange eye that follows us. Some goat carvings. We've got, archive. But yes, what they want us to do is call people forward. Eli White, I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Make use of my reference materials here. Take this. Okay, so that's the guy that actually runs the trade. There's an index in the back that might be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. Oh, we're gonna seek entry to locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. He's not going to be back. And we're definitely going to be touching everything. Well. We can use arrows to navigate out. We have multiple screen, kind of like extended screen. Okay. This is locked. So definitely something we need to work out. And yes, there's various... Okay. There is stuff to do. We can... inspect the items in terms of color and composition. We can check the texture. We can smell and hear it. And we have inner perception. I have nothing to remark. Okay. I assume we should read the book. Strange Artifacts. A guide to occult objects. Okay, so there's a list as it was previously. And there's various index, of subjects that are referenced in different places. Demons. Or shackle that used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. That kind of demons, not real demons. Okay. Well, I think this is gonna be the tutorial, right? So we're probably gonna learn something by pressing. And yes, we have Eli White. He's the collector and curator of powerful objects. He's the owner. So yeah, we're just here assisting, but he's left. And of course, there's the cat. Devourer of souls. Jupiter. Hello, Jiwon. Welcome. We're just inspecting the cat. Yes, he is the devourer of souls, Jupiter. Jupiter is Thaumaturge's cat. Or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's Thaumaturge. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli is more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his own excursion is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. Yes, this is our cat for this time, Jupiter. Yes, hello. And we're at Undermere once again. Thomas Pope, congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. Okay, cool. That's me! I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Well, I'm a shop with cat. I have a shop with cat in it. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Okay, so it wants us to find a hunter's boon. Is that something that's named in our book? Hunter's boon, there we go. Is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. Okay, so they're trophies from hunting. What do we have here? There's some sort of tooth, so that might be it. So it's a yellowy brown, whitish thing, smooth with hard ridges. It gives me a sensation of power. Yeah, so that sounds like a thing that would match this book description. Because there's like, you know, there's a skull here, but it has like gems on it. And those things here are carvings of like animals. So I think we give him the tooth. Identified. That's a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Yes. And we discovered Selenic Totem. And Moon Hearts. Okay, sentiments of feeling. Okay, so while we give him the item, we're like, maintain what it is, or keep the stock. It doesn't go away. Oh, there's icons and stuff. This might be for some sort of other mysterious purposes. Well, we've identified the first thing. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide. Dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay. He wants a shadow hold. There we go. They're organized alphabetically. Who am I on? A shadow hold or oshadic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of a box. It can be used to contain an oshadic spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called the shadow catcher. Okay, so this sort of 4-corner loop sort of thing. We have this sort of vase with a pattern. Not this rock. Yeah, it looks very in that kind of Celtic direction. There's a thing on the left. There is this medallion on the left. There is this sort of thing. Or there's this, right? Because it has to be a vessel of some sort, and this is a medallion. This is not a vessel. My heart beats lighter. Nah, I don't think so. I think it might be this jar. Yes, I think it might be this jar. I have nothing to remark. It's clay. Has carved in markings. I mean, it looks like the pattern. It's just 45 degrees offset. It is pungent, and there is no inner perception. So yeah, I think it's this jar that he wants. Yep, the item is a container of some kind. The design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. Yes, they tell us, you know, how are you supposed to know? Okay, we've discovered Sandbond. So we can rather label this as shadow hold. There we go. Next, please. Oh, it's David Schaefer, the postman. The postman is still working here. What's with all the ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Yay. Letters are always exciting in this game. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the Shin. Charlie Weathers. Yeah, the postman's here. Okay, I got. What do I? Okay, I can stash my letters here. We have a visitor who's currently considering whether she should interfere with my microphone or not. No? Okay, you're just gonna lie down over there. Firefly is hiding behind the monitor. Maybe she will come see you all in a bit. Or maybe she will sabotage the stream, who knows. Stanley Hume, I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Okay. Is he having a speech thing? Or just he likes saying Ossic? Yes, Ossic. Their somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Corcan? I'm not sure, but this practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they're occasionally sought out for the ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Corcan's earthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring to their ear. Okay, so it's got something... It's got something to do with a snake. So actually, yes, Ossic is correct. Okay, so something like kind of woven pattern. Something snaky. I mean, we have this big bracelet thingy that I was inspecting at the start. Made as offering. You can hear hissing. Okay. Or maybe, like, is this hand a whole thing or is the ring a thing? Okay. I was expecting to smell. Okay, I think the hand is a whole thing, so that's not the ring. Maybe it is, because it's like, yeah. A soft sound, like a serpent's whisper, emanates from within. Because, yeah, they said there was macabre objects. I was like, well, this is made of bones, yeah? Yeah, it is. That's why it would be macabre. It has some evil quality to it. I do not like to hold it, okay? But it all sounds like snakes. So, yeah, would you like this ring that hisses? Yep, made of bone, it's macabre, and yes, there's a hissing noise. And we got evocant description. There we go. So far, so good. Who's next? Oh, a new important person, Edmund Bishop. The behavior of this raven is disturbing, to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. And they'll kill, if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there, and I'd like to know what. A voice of Carnorus might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. Okay, he wants the voice of Carnorus. But first, let's have a look at his card. He's the ornithologist. Okay, that's why he cares about birds. The 14th Lord of Gleaston Castle is a man of wealth and privilege like the 13 before him. He's a man who would be easy to despise as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor or increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Yes, he's a important bird guy. But yes, I actually looked it up after playing Strange Horticulture. The whole game is supposed to take place in like the Lake District in Britain. So obviously this mentions Canberra and stuff, but yeah, like obviously Undermere is not a real place right now, but like the other cities that were in, like some of the castles and the cities that were in Strange Horticulture are actual places in the Lake District, and like if you overlay the map they had, it actually sort of matched the area. Okay, so well, let's look into this voice of Senros then. You know, now that I yapped about the game. The name Voice of Cerneros is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cerneros is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing holding a torque. Okay, so we're looking for like a staff sort of thingy? Or I don't know what a torque is. Or are we talking about this neck thing? Because that matches that thing I inspected first. This is gonna be like obscure words in English, I don't know. Yeah, the torque is the neck thing, okay. Yes. Is not a word I'm familiar with, but yes, it makes sense with the fact that this is bronze and the shape of it matches to what is in the book. So is this thing? Yep. Yeah, it's made of bronze and it is on the sketch, yes. Spirit Eye. Okay, what was this thing called? Voice of Cernunos. Approximate spelling of things. And that's apparently the first day. We've passed the tutorial perfectly. We did it. I guess the plants are just for decoration. They're not actually mystic objects. Okay, so this letter... it just says there were papers in the boatyard, but they didn't, like, send us anything. Yeah, because there is, like... Okay, we have weight things. Okay, so we'll be able to weigh stuff for whatever reason. 2 pounds is heavier than half a pound. Yeah, oh yeah, the shin, maybe it's in there. Maybe you are thinking correctly. There is a shimmer, but not a shin. So maybe there is exploration. Maybe there is like previous game where we can go out and like go to the boatyard, because we used to be able to travel. This is creepy. This hand thing here. Okay, so yes, we have weights for weighing for later. Yes, I love the map puzzles, so there better be more. There is some sort of spinny thing. Woo! Okay, it needs something put in there. Some sort of like mostly round shape with little notches and some flowery pattern. The candles move. But yeah, not sure. We have to arrange them in some order. Yeah, the candles are sus, but not quite sure what kind of sus are we talking about here. There's a button on the clock. Oh, and we can pull the, I don't know what it's called, pendulum of some sort. I like that clock part, I don't know, not sure what it's called, but yeah, we can pull this down to change the phases of the moon on it for whatever reason. So we should remember that. There's of course this, which is just straight up locked. Okay. At the bottom here, we have like a board with a bunch of symbols. There's a button in the middle. Some of the symbols are missing. Oh, there is things. Okay. I found a magnifying glass. On Taumic fields. All Taumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a Taumic lens. Okay, so it's like the magic lens that we had last time. A diurnic field pattern. Those fields are not fully understood despite the attempts to study them over the years. Yep. Okay. So that's one drawer. Reminder, I stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Unfortunately, we can't mess with the cat. What's this? Okay, that's an object. Gold leaf. Oh, that's one of the symbols, right? Yeah. So we have to figure out where it should go on this board. And there's another drawer here. Ah, we've got the compass. We can go explore. We've got the map of Undermere. Okay, this time the map is the town rather than the area. So we have the various places in the town. Where are we? Strange Antiquities 29. So we're here. Down here on the map. Yeah, the symbols have duplicates because I was like, oh, you know, there's stuff here. But yes, there's extra objects we can put on the shelves, I guess. Because I assume someone's gonna come asking for them at some point. Okay, so yes, we have the map, we have the magic fields, and yes, we can go next door to the wine merchant to pick up extra things. So yeah, we have, like, this is the same symbol, right? So that happens. And then this symbol repeats, but it's between other... Oh no, it's... Okay, so it's this triangle thing, D thing, that symbol up. Triangle thing, D thing, that symbol up. So then we have triangle thing, D thing. So this goes here, right? Because then it does follow the same pattern as this part on the top. So we have to find 3 more to be able to complete whatever this table's doing. Okay, so I think there is nothing else right now inside the shop. But yes, now we can explore. So we have either this letter about the boatyard. It ran off. Is there... yes, 8 is the boatyard. Or we can go next door to see the items in the wine cellar. They didn't mention which side, but I assume next door they would mean the house that's touching. The proprietor, a Mrs. Cranmer, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all is done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Hello, Redsend. How are you doing? Okay, we've got 3 additional items. Okay. This time the game is like, you know, organize them yourself. It's no longer shoving items into our shelves like with the plants. Okay, can we explore again? Because we can also go to the boatyard, number 8. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small drawing boat. "You must be from Strange Antiquities," he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Okay, we've got Steep Vessel and the Shin, so we actually got more than one thing in there. Okay, the Steep Vessel's here. Okay, and the Shin is here now. It's some shipping. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna try... Oh, we've got a new item. I don't think I'm gonna try and then, you know, go out of my way to pre-identify things, because I think, like, it's fine enough to do it as we go. Yeah, I was wondering what this meter here is, but this seems to be the dread level thing, the same as we had in horticulture, right? So yes, it is related to the other symbols as well, but it's also symbolizing being bad. And yeah, we have this. So okay, we've done this, so we can send it to the archives. This was about the fields. Yes, over the lens. But yeah, okay. Well, I assume we will learn more as we go, so we can go to next day. End of day 1. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Back Barrow. Okay, so yeah, we're learning someone's story once again. Hello. Ooh, what are we doing? We're following some path, but it doesn't seem like I have too much control. I can just keep moving the mouse and it follows the pattern anyway. Okay, we've made a shape. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay, oh, so this is map puzzles again? So if we're saying an escaped prisoners, then is there prison, jail of some sort? We have hospital. We have Strange Horticulture, so we can know where that is over here. On the other side of town. Hospital, lake house, boatyard, the old jail, there we go. The old jail is 10. So here. And he runs northwest. So here. And he hit me in the first building he came to. So here. Friday. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all. When suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Yeah, I mean, we can go places, right? Like, yeah, we could go visit Strange Horticulture, but obviously, as I've learned in the other game, is if you go places they don't want you to go, sometimes they give you the dread, which is fine, because it just goes like, oh, a little bit of dread, and then you're fine anyway. And there doesn't seem to be the will to explore mechanics anymore, so we can actually just go there right now for the fun of it. This curious plant shop on the edge of town is quiet heaven away from the bustle of the center. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time here, but I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines with a gently purring hellboar curled it up in my lap. There we go. We visited the plant shop and we visited Hellbor. And we got palliance, I assume, purely for decoration. Or maybe it's magical. And we can inspect it, but nothing happens. Speaking of kitties, kitties that are doing distraction. Could you not be hitting my monitor? Yes, it cleanses the air. Our shop will smell nice now. Okay. Yes, first customer, please. It's Verona Green. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over the ravens, and the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. No one has any, hope for me. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. The ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Okay, do I get to see this Hermetic Symbology to maybe help? Okay, so we get a second book. Firefly is intended on messing with the microphone today. Could we not be doing this? Could we not be doing this? Okay, so there are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines represented by the following symbols: celestial, diurnal, individual. We have Selenic of the moon, Druidic of the earth, Duric of the day, Gnotic of the night, individual Mentic of the mind, and Vixic of the body. If we have the symbols for the various symbols, so this is the things we see around. We have this protection symbol is on our desk. Yeah, there is a lot happening. We have elements. Yeah, those are the chemical elements, materials. This is yeah, we've got Monday elements here: antimony, arsenic, bismuth, magnesium, phosphorus, platinum, potassium, and zinc. Planetary metals. Yes, are we? Yes, the item labels had that sort of stuff. We could add them, right? So that might be important. Seasons, weather, Wicca stuff, blessings, rebirth, spirituality. Okay, so that's the book. That is a lot. That is a lot of symbols that we will have to do things with, potentially, right? Because there is whatever's happening here. I assume we have to find all of the pieces first to be able to do it. Yes, we have the symbol for protection here on our desk. So that's what that means. So yeah, there's a medallion with protection. Yeah, I mean, if it is like strange horticulture, of course, things, as the story develops, things will become clearer, right? We will get more things that let us explore those secrets, right? Yes, Verona Green is, of course, the occult scholar from the first game who helped us do the ritual and all that stuff. Yeah, Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have been cobblestone and the churches have had bell towers. She's respected and feared, which she revels in, and she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Walk in Dandrew are the two such events that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle is insurmountable, that it can be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Yes, really, tea is important. Tea is important. You should always have tea to solve your problems. And with that, let's see who else needs us. Tess Sherwood, I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horn shackle might be the answer. Okay. Have you heard that? Who told you that? Horn shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons, because that was the first thing I kind of read when we started the game. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind, okay? So it's something with horns. Well, we have a goat. It has horns. What else do we have? I mean, actually, like, there's an owl, but I don't think those are horns. That's the tooth. Does the goat count as horns? Wood. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the horns feel smooth. And the rest feels rough. So it was talking about the horns being smooth from rubbing. Nothing to smell and nothing to perceive. So I think it's the goat, right? Because the horns are rubbed and they become worn and smooth. So here, have your little goat. Change your life with a goat. Yes, they have horns and they are smooth. And we got the Vesiger, the page for it. Yeah, horn shackle. Have to describe it. There we go. And next person, Scared the Kitty. Our mail is here. At least the weather is looking better out there today. Okay. What's the letter? Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours. For the right price, of course. Regards, John Royston. Okay. Well, we can go explore. At least this time, it's slightly more realistic. Just we just pop out during the day and go like, oh yeah, just gonna run an errand. Unlike in the horticulture, where we would like climb up a mountain and then climb up another mountain while people were like waiting in the shop. That was some interesting time. We have the Royston farm, and this was a guy called John Royston talking about a farm. So 30. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Well, the item better be good then. We discovered some sort of raven crow amulet. Let's put it here. So yeah, we got more shelf space around there. So this can be archived. Need a better poker. Yeah, I need better negotiating skills. I'm not very good at negotiating. Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our path crossed late last night on Prince Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark, on important business, no doubt. Yeah, what's the cat doing? Is he gonna bring us artifacts? I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I wanted to bring her something. Yeah. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Cranbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. Okay, a moon heart. There was something about... Yes, something about a moon heart being a different thing. Moon heart, yes. Selenic totem, because Selenic is of the moon. There's carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with sentimental feelings such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Niotic disciplines. Gnotic, yes, it's of the moon and the night. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Okay, well, we have an owl. So that's one thing that's of the night. Or we have a tree that has a moon on it. Do we have any feelings about this tree? We have nothing to remark. It's rough. White paint. White. What is this symbol? It's kind of a square with a star. It's a witch sign. Okay, so it's not like night or something. So yeah, we have this tree with the moon. Or we have an owl. Light colored wood. It's polished. Nothing to... Okay, but here in our inner perception we get, I am overcome by a warm, loving emotion. Right? So... Yes, the picture had an owl, and also there is a emotion, like a good emotion, which is what she's looking for, right? That's why she wants to give this as a gift. There was a little totem thing with a moon on top. Little totem thing with a moon on top. This. Hard and cold, engraved, warm. Gold stone. Yeah, I think I like the owl more since it's loving. Yes, it's carved. The owl is associated with night. There's a concealed crescent. Oh, the head motive is a crescent. Yes, and yes, it imparts feeling of joy. We've got some new pages. And therefore that makes the owl the moon heart or a Selenic totem. Yeah, we could give it an icon for moon. Right, because the moon was the moon. Yes, the moon. Or those, I guess those are planetary males, not actual moon. But I guess it's associated with the moon. It's fine. Leave it for now. Next, please. Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. Uh-oh. Is this where we're getting into, you know, cursing people? 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Yep. I will need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside of my shop. Okay, we have to make a choice. So we have Binding Seed or Zia. So what will those two things do? The Binding Seed. These items are made of 2 distinct materials representing the metallic and the wixic. The mentic and the wixic. The mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies the feeling of guilt and shame. Okay, so that makes you feel guilty and it makes you feel shame. And then the other thing is the Zia. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zias are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writing upon the surface. Yeah, so this is the bad item, right? Because this will make her actually scared and paranoid. But the binding seed is actually the, you know, just feel bad. But think about what you did and feel bad about it. So probably this is where we want to go. Like, I don't feel it's yet time, right? We will save the cursing of people for a more appropriate time. I'm sure there will be opportunities later to do this to people later. Yeah, so 2 distinct materials, something to do with the menting and the vixic. The mind and the body. Winding path, the mind is a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. So then the mentic and the basic. So much reference material. Okay, so we have those are the things, but I don't think those things are actually gonna be the symbols on the item. Like, we're looking for a spiral encompassing the other material. Something that's made from 2 materials. Well, this is the spiral. Red paint, perhaps blood, but this is in... Yeah, this is made of stone and then just painted, right? There isn't like a second material on this. This is a spiral. Because yeah, we have a stone and dark wood. You perhaps. Rough and narrow, cool and smooth. I have nothing to remark, but if we have a feeling... I don't like how this makes me feel. Okay, so this might be the feeling of guilt. Like, it's just not gonna say that, you know, just straight up. It's just like, I don't like the feeling. Right? Because, yeah, I don't think any of those really... Yeah, I don't think really any of those match better. Yes. I think people generally don't like the feeling of guilt and shame, so... Yes, binding seed. The item is made of 2 materials, wood and stone, and yes, it's the spiral surrounding a seed. Yeah. We've got new pages. Yeah. Okay. So yes, we haven't gone full evil yet. And with Burrows, they found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. Ooh. I wish I hadn't seen it, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. Okay. What is a Libula? Libulae are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a Libula is not merely decorative. There is a power in symbology, and the old thaumaturges knew well. Okay, so it's to do with this symbol that also appears on that panel we have. They offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change. Okay, well, it doesn't really say much about the object itself, right? Like in terms of what would we be looking for. It just like, it offers reassurance. Well, there is protection here. A sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. That's not reassurance, though. This is protection too. Nothing to remark. Hard and rough. Cheap metal, bones, fabric. What is this? Nothing to remark. Darkness to it and holds untold fears inside. Okay. Put that down. My heart feels lighter. Okay, that could be reassurance of some sort. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Nope, no feelings about this. I'm just checking all the feelings on all the things. We know what this is. We know what this is. Okay. No feelings about this. No feelings about this. Just checking feels. Checking the vibes. This doesn't sound very reassuring. Just an eye staring at you. We know this. Nothing. Nothing. We know what this is. I have a strong feeling, a strong sense of being watched. No, that's not reassuring. Nope, nope, nope. A slight out-of-body feeling, also not reassuring. Has an energy about it, okay. So, I guess this is the only thing that seems to, like, to me, connect with the concept of reassurance, right? It makes your heart feels lighter, it makes you feel better about things. It is detailed and made of bronze, but it does, like, this doesn't really says, like, any materials or anything. It's just reassurance. So I guess let's give it a try. Nope. It wasn't the item I'm looking for. Should slow down and think this more carefully. Nope, apparently I am wrong. That wasn't the feeling of reassurance. Huh. Imbued of wisdom. I've got... Oh wait, there's also this thing. It fills me with a sense of foreboding. I don't think that's the thing. The symbol on the page is this. But we can't give him this. Right? We can't give him this board. It's part of our shop. And that's just a note about the fields. Like, I'm looking for any objects I may have missed. Because I assume the weights are not part of... they're not part of the shop, right? They're actually just for weighing. So yeah, I'm not... Oh, made with the wisdom. The symbol for wisdom. There must be one in here, right? Wisdom. This sort of hat. Is there... Yeah, here. I found it. Is this what you wanted? Yes. We have to pay attention to the additional symbols. Yes, it bears the symbol of wisdom. Witch's finger. Okay. Yes, there is more than one book now, so I have to pay better attention. Okay, so the day is over. I don't have anywhere to go right now, right? Because we've gone to all the places that like we've had the clue for. And we don't really know about anything else for now. Like, there's this, but... I assume we need more. We need something else to play with this. See the magic fields. Okay, so pet the cat and see what the next day brings. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head, where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Okay, who's this rider? What are they doing? Okay, we need to follow the shape again. Can we do it with like, no, can't do it with the keyboard. Another card. Oh, this looks like potentially building like a row of houses on the map. And the one that's filled golden is the one we're looking for. Okay. See, we have this. So we have like rows of houses and we're looking for a shape that matches. So like there's a small house, then like a corner house, then this sort of building. This doesn't have the wraparound house. This potentially okay, because yes, this wraparound pattern is two separate properties. And then this is the stick out house, and that's the end. So it's this second part here on Princess Street. There's a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long hidden treasures. Yep, we've got a couple new items. I can put them there. I'm sure they will be important. And we have time for customer. Francesca Robertson. Good afternoon, no morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford. It seems to be the talk of the town already. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some effect. Okay, she also has a character card. She's the doctor. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious incident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself. And what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, a world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobb's fear, and the Sapphire Curse. And she learned that these maladies could be cured. Okay. She's a occult doctor. Yes, it's just like, it's sometime. Moon time. Yeah, we just run around town. I mean, I can only presume our cat just runs around and does occult business, right? Because that's what cats do. Okay, she wants an evocant. Yeah. Which is... Oh. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to a popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in coma to draw them out. Okay, so we want something, yes, that weighs a pound. And yes, someone was right, there was a huge one about the heart. So... it's a stone item that weighs a pound. So we want the pound weight. And something made just of stone, because obviously there's like mixed materials, right? But this is, fossil. Is this stone? It's clay. This is probably metal. Yes, iron. We have this. Yeah, this is made of stone. Yeah, but that's not a pound. We've got this. Yeah, that's... seems about perfect for a pound, so that's a possibility. I don't... nothing else here. What is this? This is bronze. And this is stone and gold, so that's not it. Just checking. And this is stone, but also gold, yeah. It's weightless because it's levitating. But yeah, I guess this is our stone thing that weighs a pound. So, is that what you wanted? Ah. There you go. Yes, it's stone and it weighs a pound. So let's label it. There we go. Temperance Parker. I had quite a chat with Edmund Bishop at the Guilty Ram last night. He's always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. Why was he different? I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I like a shield charm all the same. Okay, she wants a shield charm. I assume... I know, it is called shield charm. This looks like a map, but it has like monster feet. Generic charms of protection have little to offer to the skilled thaumaturge, but it can have some small effect. On Oshadic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient of some, and some would say primitive, component of dramaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Okay. So it says symbology, so we should probably look for the symbols for protection in the book, or something like that. Confusion, death, life, poison, deception, fear, foresight, protection. Okay, we already know what protection is. So that's the 2 diamond shapes. Variety of materials, the very precious metals. So we have a couple things. We have this, it has the protection symbol, but it also has another symbol, and that symbol means insanity. So it protects you from insanity, maybe. Or we have this thing, which is, you know, cheap metal, some bone, brown fabric, like, you know, a very kind of primitive item, right? Which primitive was the word used in the book, that has just the protection symbol on it. So that might be the item she's looking for, because I think that's the only 2 things I have that are marked for protection. There we go. Yes, has a symbol for protection. We get more items. Okay, who's next? Hugh Langston. There's something I wanted to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed, all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. Oh yeah, we're going on an adventure. Okay, church, some trees, maybe a pond. Over there. Okay, let's take it to our map table. And let's go explore. Where is the church? High Green Church 4. Over here. Okay, yes, there's the church. There's a pond. So I think in this square. Oh no, I'm wasting my time here. Okay. It wasn't what I thought it was. Let's have another look then. Oh, I guess the road layout might be important, because this road is not what this shows. So there's High Green Church, Guild, Covenant. That might be a something. The Mary Bell. Undermere Church. Okay, another one. 28. Okay, so that's a bigger church, sort of, you know, surrounded by a bigger yard. So like the roads around here, they don't look. Yeah, it's not quite church, but it is related to the church. So that's at 18. No, but it's like here, so that's not even close. This sort of like this road, the building. Yeah. Because I'm trying to see like if some of the buildings match as weight as well. Because yeah, it could be this corner. Like obviously the shapes are not, like the pond shape is not the same. But there is a pond with a little building next to it. And then houses here. Then another house here, and then you had this kind of road, Mill Lane here, with this extra offshoot. Ferryman's Way. So here. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Hello, you. Why are you causing issues? You're causing issues. Look who's here. Little cat break. You done? Okay. Bye then. Hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covered the rest in a bottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for at the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I noted that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Okay, so we get a couple things. Okay, some amulets for our collection. And now time for customers once we've been on adventure. Verona's here again. Eli's picked about time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house, where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what's happened there. And there wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered oceanic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. And the ravens, very unusual, but at least they seem to have... Well, the thing has gone off. Can I read the... No, I have to let her finish talking so I can read her thing, because like the text has escaped me. Yeah, the ravens have got under my skin is all... No, that's from the previous visit. Can I not scroll this? Okay. I was trying to scroll and it gave me the magnifying glass, and then now it's scrolling. And the raven is very unusual, but at least they seem to have the spares. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleeston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first I would like a vestiger, whatever this is. We don't want it spreading. She wants a vestiger. There we go. A vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Okay, well, we have some candles, right? So we just move things to the candles and see what happens. Yeah, or yeah, maybe if I can move the candles around, that might be more practical. And faster. The labels are going crazy. Oh, there we go. The candle's white here. Yep, so I think it's this big thing. Right, yes. Everything is going blue when I move this about. Pretty cool. Is this what you want? Yep. Using the candle, we were able to confirm it's blue. Moonstone Guardian. Okay. So this is a vestiger. And we're done for the day. Hi, kitty. Two days earlier, the Ride and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower. When they made a discovery, their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Okay, so I assume whatever this adventurer has done, whatever they found, is the reason for whatever is about to be happening in this town, right? And we get another shape to trace. Okay, it's a key of some sort. an ornate key. After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried beneath lock and key. Okay. We will have to look at the map and figure out what this lock and key means, potentially related to some... yes, it did sound very like... It's a, yeah, there's lock house here. But actually what I was going to do, because I remembered, it is the time, again, now that we're playing a new game, where we can do more free memberships. So people get access to the emojis. And they become a cat snack. So yeah, hope that all works. You can be part of the cat club. And also, I've replaced one of the other emojis with some carps. Since, we've decided that carps are deeply spiritual. And, we identify with catching carps. Okay. Yes, sorry. Yes, we have Lock House, which is at 7. 7. And then... Is there key around? Something with a key in the name? Keystone Manor 13. Okay, so it says I was buried behind lock and key, so actually in this field between, that's behind the two. A large flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Loch. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Okay. It's someone's, horse burial ground, and we're here robbing the horse grave. Have we no shame? Ooh, spooky. Yep, that totally looks spooky. Let's put it here. And let's get to customers. Eli? Well, the shop's still standing. Yeah, it is. I can take care of the place. That's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days, and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. Okay, you're gonna leave me here. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. More stuff? Yes. We get some jar. What's in the jar? Does it smell? It has a smell like rotten egg. Thank you. Thank you for the smelly jar. It's just what I wanted. Right, Kitty? We love smelly jars here. Edith Moore. I am not a good person. I am pushing away the only people I care about. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Oh, this is the person wearing the amulet, right? The binding seed that we gave to the other person that was like, oh, she's stealing my stuff. And now she stole this necklace and she feels bad and guilty and stuff like that. So she wants to change her life. Yes, we had a thing that changed your life, right? one of the horn shackle. Yes, change one lives, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. And that was the goat. So, would you like this goat to change your life? There you go. Goats change your life. Carps change your life, but apparently in this game, goats change your life. I mean, if we use the other items, she might be like, people are after me, right? Because it's paranoia and stuff like that. The Evocant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange, at times he happens almost awake. He appears almost awake, but he's deep in some kind of trance and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I am not willing to give up so easily. Okay. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. Okay, you need a sleep vessel so you can sleep. Yeah, sleep vessel. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 Tomaric disciplines: Hellenic, Dradic, Dotic, Diurnic, Vixic, and Mentic. They help people stay awake beyond all natural limits. Okay, she doesn't want to sleep. She wants to stay awake. By storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. Okay. So it's a 6-pointed vessel. 6-pointed vessel. What sort of vessels do we have? This thing. A sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Nothing to remark on. It's cool and smooth. And it's bronze. And we looked at the symbols, right? Because this is protection and this is like insanity. So protection from insanity. This also's got 6 points, but we've got nothing to remember. I mean, it's 6 points, but it's 6 round points. It's weathered. It's made out of iron and gold. This also got 6 points, but it's not really... There's a darkness to it, as if it holds untold fears inside. That would go with the description that it holds nightmares, right? Somewhat painful, that would go with the points, iron and bronze. So that's a possibility, that's a possibility, that's a possibility. What's this? It's not trust, it's blood. Okay, now I don't think that's it. I think it's one of those 3, and I think this one. It holds untold fears inside. And the way it's described, it has 6 points. Yes, they become more difficult to handle as for the nightmares within are beginning to seep out. So which that would align with it saying fears, maybe. Well, let's have a check. Yep. That is it. Yes, has 6 points and has darkness inside. There you go. Okay, so this is the sleep vessel. Identified. Althea O'Shea. Many years ago I owned a silent breath, but I was already old when I inherited it and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. Okay, a silent breath. What could that possibly be? Those are... there are those that consider the white heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Okay, so something from a white stag. Now we obviously have a stag-shaped figurine, but it's completely made out of clay. So it might not be it, right? It might be something that contains a piece of, like an antler or something like that. And it says you can sense danger. Oh, night, Joan. See you some other time. So what are our feelings about those different items? Because that might be important. Although yes, what else here looks like it could contain something from a living stag, right? One that wasn't killed and it seems to make the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Well, maybe, because there's like a white something, right? The thing is called... Oh yes, and there's a white hair inside, right? And the reason it will make the hair stand up on the back of your neck is because you can sense danger by having this. So actually, it might be this. Yep. Oh, sorry. I clicked through that screen too fast, but I assume it was talking about the fact that it's a white hair and it makes you sense danger. And that was called the silent breath. We did it! Okay, next please. Raffles Shelley. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have a personal interest in the celestial branch, so I am not completely new to such things, nor I am ignorant of the risks. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. A Daedalus link. How is that linked to roof repairs? Are you gonna fly? Powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. Well, we have a levitating object. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, a feather, or the wings of a bird or an insect, for example. Okay. Well, we do have this item, right, which in itself levitates, and we know that it's about half a pound, so it's not completely weightless, but it levitates. Like the only thing that threw me off is, you know, the designs might point to facets of flight, a feather or the wings, which. This is very kind of just a shape, right? It's not anything to do with feathers or wings. Like we have this crow thing that's weightless, but then that might be just because it's small, right? Like the pendants are small and are not necessarily heavy. There's a bat as well. The bat is heavier. Weighs about a pound. So probably not the bat. But yes, other than that, nothing here with like too much of a wing design or flying design other than this crow pendant. Are the holes on this thing in any way important? Sense, rough and pitted. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. There's nothing really to say about this item from us inspecting it. Like we're, you know, we can't pick it up and be like, oh yeah, I can fly now. That sounds like, you know, that would be a good way to test it. But I mean, it also sounds like the closest. Nope, that was a trap. It was a trap indeed. So well, my second guess was this crow thing, because that at least has something to do with flight, and it is also extremely light, right? It's lighter than half a pound, which is the lowest measure we're able to make. Yes. Yes, the floating thing was a trap. It's a bear motive, and yes, it's very light. Classic purifier. Daedalus link. Gonna make me... This is not correctly spelled, I think, but close enough. Close enough for me to know what it is. Edmund Bishop is here. The Ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleaston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. We get to go to a castle and take some artifacts. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom. Okay, what's in there? And run anything you find by me first, of course. But what's in the master bedroom and the South Tower? Okay, so we get a map of the castle, and then we also get a letter. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. There is a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it you are welcome to. I never did like it anyway. Okay. So now we have additional maps. So walk past the main staircase. I assume on the ground floor. Grand hallway, main staircase. Can I like have it here? Yes. So this is the main staircase. We go through, we turn left, follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door on the left. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room. Okay, so this room? I should not have come here. No, I am not doing well today. Yeah, the maps are neat, but I'm like, what am I doing? And there's also symbols all over the place. So that's Mars in winter, rising in summer. You know, some additional things. So what's the deal with the staircase then? Because I would assume the grand hallways, the main staircase. So why is it not? Right? Why was that not the? Because that would be left then to the, unless we mean go left, go to the end of the corridor. So even though we're turning. Even though we're turning, we still consider it following down the corridor until the very end. And then we go to this room that's on the left. Okay. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't even entertain the idea. Okay, we've got an object with moon or multiple moons, and we've got a book about gemstone written by Eli White, the actual person that runs this shop, our mentor. Okay, so now gemstones are also involved, and they have association with the different branches, and they have, you know, like stone of water, a dark stone for dark purposes. Yeah, so it goes deeper. Yes, we have to keep track of all of those things. And then stone of death and decay. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Yeah, okay. Well, it's the end of the day. We pet the kitty. We put our books here. And we end the day. End of day 4. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb. Too small to contain human remains. Ooh. Curses. Okay, but actually it tells us up front how many days we're gonna have in the game, right? There's gonna be 17 days in the whole thing. But obviously, the days can be filled with things like, you know, we're going around the map a lot and things like that. It's the cutout card. We're gonna be matching into a map. Day 5 on Monday. Well, but now the question is which map we're matching it to, right? Because obviously we have this map. But honestly, this kind of cutout seems a bit big for the map, right? Like, it would be a very big house over here. So it might be a room in the castle as well. Okay, I can switch from map to map. Is there a room of this shape in the castle? Can I not, like... No. I was like, can I not spin this card around to try and see if it goes over something, like, rotated? But no, I think, yeah, it goes over this room here. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Yep, we found this statue with moons on the head. Many moons on the head. Oh yeah. Still waiting for something to go here, but I don't think I've seen anything with this shape, right? It's probably gonna be something that we discovered much later on. Because yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, well, time for customers. Or time for mail, apparently, so we may be going on another adventure first. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, but not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Well, you can't deliver mail inside, you have to go out. So what's in the mail? The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you at least have heard of it, but did you notice? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Okay. The triangle. Well, it seems to talk about trees, so is there some sort of triangle of trees? Is this marked on the map in some way, or do we have to just look around for some triangular tree formation? Farm, horticulture, church, hospital, heathwood, blockhouse, history, the twinnings, the pit, mossy wood. That's just tiny wood. Undermere, Royston. Okay, so nothing here that they would refer to as the triangle. What we have? We have a bunch of places with trees. Here, 6. Yes, 6 the triangle, heathwood. But yes, it seems we can only just click on this square. There's nothing to do other than that. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of the heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that had been split in 2 stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange marking is carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Triangles! Okay, we've got 1 with lots of symbols and 2 hands. Okay. We also have stuff. Oh. We also have stuff here. But we also have like 3 pedestals that we could put things on and that presses things. Interesting, interesting. Like, can we use the weights to like measure, you know, what we want to put on each one? But yes, they all seem to like press quite deeply when I put the things on. Like, I'm not sure it's making that much of a difference depending on what I put on them. Well, I assume it's something. I assume we have to figure out the 3 items to put down there in order to trigger whatever this thing is. So even more secrets inside the shop for us to discover. Okay, what about some customers? A gas folly. It has been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. Okay, he wants an Orford spire. And what is that? During the rite of the red knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. Goat's blood. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Poor goat. Okay. Well, the only thing we kind of really know is that there's like 2 spikes sticking out of the picture and impart vitality and clarity of thought. So vitality might be a symbol that we can look into, right? Weakness, insanity. Well, we have life. So that's the infinity symbol. Is there actually vitality? Yeah, I mean, life obviously and vitality are close because yeah, the rest of the stuff is like symbols and weather, so maybe not. Do we have anything that has a life symbol on it? Because like, yeah, I can just magnifying glass around the shop. Not this. I mean, this has all of the symbols, so probably not that. But it also has things sticking out up, because what I was originally thinking before thinking about the vitality symbol was this, just because it has the two horns kind of that would stick out of a pot, right? But the symbols on here are protection and insanity. And it has a sense of crackling energy at the depths of my mind. I'm not quite sure what to associate that with, like crackling energy in your mind. It also says blood, like blood is boldened, as if, you know, we would be able to tell that blood was used. Or maybe like this, right? Because this says it has blood on it. Yes, iron, grey metal, flecked with dark red. It's not trust, it's blood. So if this was already used before, it would have blood on it. And again, would have the two things sticking out. It has an energy about it. But it has this sort of symbol. Is this symbol something in the book? Yeah, what is it? It's like a circle with like rays going out. Because it's not any of this, right? Yeah, it's a circle in like a diamond shape with like rays around it. Because this is like an eye and it has a foresight. Doesn't seem to be anything particularly in here. But then it may not be a symbol. Like it says it has an energy about it. That could be the, you know, the life energy, the vital energy. Like I think the blood on the item, right? It is an item that's completely covered in blood, so if it was previously submerged in blood, that would make sense. Yeah. Two of the points of the item are visible in the sketch, yes. So it has the two sphinx sticking out, and yes, there is a dried blood on it. So basically, we're selling second-hand occult items, right? They've already been used for things. They're not brand new. Yeah, cat. Hi, Eli. I'm running the shop. It's fine. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. Yeah, the Order of the Black Veil appears in the first game. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on this event. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guile of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me, okay? What is that? Yes, they actually tell you, you know, here's what you were supposed to take from it, right? So you can learn how to play the game, because the game sort of confirms how you're supposed to think about things and how you're supposed to think about clues. So it gives you better feedback rather than just, oh, that was correct, but you may not exactly understand why. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. They remind of bygone creatures that have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bone to trilobites, ammonites, and the devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source. Okay, so I think actually it might be this thing because it has a fossil, right? It is, yeah, a fossilized creature of some sort. And when we were touching it, yes, it has this, I noticed a slight out-of-body feeling, like my hands belong to somebody else, which it is what the book says, right? Where you, if used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. So I think it's this thing. There we go. Yes, fossil, and yes, out-of-body feeling. So that is called the Guise of Lillian. There we go. And who is next? A new person that's important, Rebecca Rose. Oh, is that a cat? Yes, it is a cat. My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses, yes. Cat detector can tell there's a cat nearby. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I don't know, is there? I feel like a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Okay, so we can give her the Aries Remnant or the Spirit Eye. Okay, let's read about her because I assume it will be important. The artist Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she's just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in this world, painting. And yet it has not robbed her of her determination, or her kindness, or her love of life. When she learned of Strange Antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration. But eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking. Okay. So Aries Remnant or Spirit Eye. I assume one is better than the other. Like the consequences will be different. So Aries Remnant, this object induces a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions such as miners. The gemstone in an Aries Remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that share its name. Okay, so this pattern with gems. I mean, that sounds okay, right? Just like synesthesia or the Spirit Eye. Spirit Eye, do we have it? Is it called something else? There it is. There are some who stay away from Spirit Eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional sense to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Okay, I'm gonna go with, I probably don't want to give her the Spirit Eye. Like, yeah, that sounds, you know, she's trying to be careful, right? She was worried about coming to the shop and asking for an item that is magic. So giving her something that, like, you know, lets you see into another world and who knows what's in there, that sounds a bit mean. So I think the ramping is just like a synesthesia thing, which means she just can touch things in order to experience them, right? So that sounds a bit better. Aries Remnant, that's what it's called. I was like, why can't I see it? Okay, so yeah, so we're looking for gems that are arranged in this shape. Assuming we have it, because if we don't have it, then we're gonna have to give her the second thing. Oh yeah, this, right? Because this is just upside down. Yeah, dark purple gemstone. And what do dark purple gemstones mean? Okay, nothing to remark. Interesting. Because we are touching it, shouldn't we be experiencing the synesthesia here? Yes, so the purple gemstones, what do they do? Amethyst, stone of containment, right? Because that's the only, or dark bluish purple, calming stone of peace and safety. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not sure the gem color actually matters here. But yes, the shape seems to be correct. So if I give you this, is that okay? Yes, arranged in the Aries constellation. Okay. Hopefully that's fine. Hopefully it's not gonna do anything bad to her. As I move the camera, everything in my shop just sways side to side, because, you know, I'm not moving inside the shop. I just pick up the shop and spin it around me so that everything moves. So I don't have to go anywhere. This means this is probably the other thing we could have given her. Those ravens have done done for 3 more poor buggers, 2 of them up at Calgard, and another fella fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. He wants something sunbond. Also here they have black eyes, not cranberry eyes, like we've been looking into in Idle. Sunbond. A sunbond is a small and lightweight designed to be carried discreetly and made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkness room. Okay, gemstone of light. So now we need to look at gemstones. Stone of strength. The sandstone, fire and light, heat and life. Okay, so amber, yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. So something with amber in it. Is this amber? An orange gemstone. Okay, it doesn't say what sort. Sounds are muffled in his presence. Okay, interesting. This might be amber. Yeah, orange gemstone. It's polished. Feels a little warmer than I would expect, yes, because if you're saying it's a stone of warmth. So that might be it. That might be the amber, especially that it says, yeah, it can contain impurities because obviously amber is just fossilized tree resin, stuff like that. Why is it kitty? Did you just knock that thing down? I was like, did the cat just like knock the thing down? Because when I came back to the screen, it went up. Would you like this? Would you like to play with this? He did! He did! Such a little rascal. Can't leave artifacts near him, because he gonna knock them off. Is that how you are? But now I'm like, okay, I think this is what you want. This is the sunbond, yeah. Yeah, it's non-precious, has a stone of light, yes, and it's warm. So this is the sunbond, but no, what I'm thinking about now, let me just, where did it go here? It's like, is there something, if I give it to the cat, could he break something? To reveal what's inside? You know, like, obviously not, maybe not a plant. Would you like to hit this plant? No. Like, is there something inside of one of the items? And if we let him break it, there will be a treasure? Or is it just a funny mechanic? Something that looks like there could be something inside. Okay. Nothing so far. Let me put it next to the cat. Like how he waits until I look away, right? What about this plant? Yes, I have to move the screen so he does it. What about this? So far nothing's breaking. What about the stinky jar? No. Yeah, I mean, it was a cool idea, but I guess it's not really a mechanic. It's just a silly thing the cat does. Oh yeah, this hand is here. Better take it out so I don't forget it. There, have this plant to attack. Audrey Bell, she's also important. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgen Grim in the coming days. Okay, well, who are you? The priest, Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Holger are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of the village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stunts. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Okay, well, great. Welcome back, Red Zod. Well, I'm not sure if you've seen the best mechanic in the game yet, but if we put something next to the cat and we look away, the cat knocks it off the shelf. So that's funny. Okay. Holgen Brim is what we're looking for. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holger in various rituals relating to death and in the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. These eerie creations are worn by the priest of Holger and relate to death and the afterlife. Okay. Symbol for death. Yes, so very cat. Death is this circle on legs. Do we have anything that has that symbol on it? Because that would make things easier. No. I mean, we have a spooky dead hand, not exactly symbol of death on it. And some other hand charms. Just reorganizing stuff. We have this as well. Sense of foreboding. Clay painted to look like bone, a dark blue-green gemstone. Actually, yes, some gemstones associated. There was a gemstone of death, right? Because I looked at it at the end there. Yes, this Vevanite. It's a dark blue-green, like kind of stripy. A stone of death and decay. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. So actually from that, if it says there are creations that are worn by priests and are relating to death, that would make sense that it could be a clay mask with a gemstone of death, right? Because you could wear that during a ritual and it's death related and it's like eerie creation, right? Because that would make sense considering we don't have anything with a symbol of death on us. So is this it? Okay, yes, the mask is an eerie item. Sketch shows a priest wearing a mask. Yes, the sketch of Holger, apparently. And the gemstones is figured. So yes, I actually missed some of the clues, but I worked it out from some of them. Okay, so this is a Holgen Grim. And it's the end of the day, so we must pet the cat before we end the day. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Yes, they dug up something. They did a bad thing. And now everyone must suffer because they did a bad thing. Okay, we get a staircase. Oh, that might be in the castle again. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay, so that's definitely in the castle, right? Okay, well there is a bunch of staircases. That's the thing, because obviously there is the main staircase, but if we go up it and then left, we're immediately in a room, and then we're kind of on this outside, and there isn't much to turn left here. But there's more staircases, because there's this kind of narrow staircase, which would sort of align with this picture just being of a single staircase going up. So if we went up this staircase, left, then left again, and then the second on the right, well, it's the master bedroom, we don't want to go there. But that's on the... We're turned around, so that's on the left. So second on the right is this room. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Ooh, it's some fingers with a snake ring. Okay, spooky. But yes, also interested to know about the symbol, right? The symbol that was on that room is this sort of square and cross underneath. That is not the book I'm looking for, this one. Square and cross underneath. Potassium. Apparently, this room is potassium. Why is this room potassium? I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, why are there symbols on the castle? Guess we'll have to find out at some point. It's raining outside. Pet the cat, get the customers. Get some tea. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house when I am to find time to do my writing. I tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. You want to go deaf? St. John's Anvil. What is that for? It's a plant. We're back in horticulture. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. These items, sorry. So yes, it's not a plant, it's something that made after the St. John's poppy plant. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, the anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. Okay, so they are noise filters. So yeah, St. John's poppy was a plant in Strange Horticulture. And this is reflected into design. And I assume this is, more or less how that plant looked like. So do we have anything here? Yeah, probably, because we went through the items to find out about their properties. So we would have, had something that was maybe talking about dampening sounds. Anything here that reminds me of the flower? Not the spooky fingers. That's a rather plant. Probably don't need to have it on my shelf. Spooky goat. Not sure how that has to do. I'm not seeing anything that would remind me of the flower in any way. Nothing to remark. But yes, you are right. There was something about dampening sounds somewhere. But that would require me to get a feel for items once again. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. Okay, so this helps me hear better. The bat. Nothing about hearing here. Sounds are muffled in its presence. Okay, it might be that the poppy, because I think the poppy was a yellow and red color, so it might be to do with the fact that this gem is yellow and red. Yeah, nothing other than that. It has gold and stuff. Because it has a center thing. So that might be it. Yeah, anvil will dampen sound. Yeah, I don't... Actually, I guess we have the picture. Yeah, the leaves are also close to what it says, to what it shows on the picture. So it might be this. Yep. The leaves in the design are similar to the leaves in the sketch of the plant, yes. Bob, you were right. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sounds. Yes, it does. Worn as a pendant to dispel that. Okay, so that's where we get Grace. Nice cat purring sounds. Who's next? Oh, Barton Potter. You must be the dramaturg's apprentice. I bet he's hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Elva stone? Well, let's see what that is. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as praxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in this item is associated with a Selenic discipline and connection that is also reflected in their sign. Okay, so Selenic is of the moon, right? So, yeah. Keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, because this is the first page. So the Selenic. Okay, yes, the moonstone is Selenic. That makes sense. Periopalescent, usually pink or off-white. So, stone of protection and envelop ignite. So we're looking for something with a moonstone. Potentially. And planetary metal. It is used in that. Which is silver. The moon. Yeah. So yes. Silver. The design has something to do with the moon as well. And it relieves discomfort. Okay. Well, I was like thinking about this thing, but this is, yeah, this has a moonstone in it, but it uses bronze and stone. So that's not silver. This is silver and gold, but that's not very moon-like, that's very leaf plant-like. That's iron and blue stuff. We already know what this is. Actually, this, yeah, silver, and it's got moons. It doesn't have a moonstone, but I guess it didn't require a gem. It was actually about the metal. So it might be this. Yep. Features crescent moons, and metal is silver, which is associated with the moon. Oh, and he gave us this item. Okay, so this is the Elva stone. And we get this, whatever this is. Okay, it doesn't make us feel any particular way. Put it here. Next, please, Verona's here. I'm sure Verona will be involved in the whole story. I've been doing some reading, see what you make of this. Ambra, these items cause mental fog, withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noetic field, okay? So she's saying that's the items that are being used. The fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Okay. Here I go again, sticking my nose into troubles because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. Yep, it's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. Yes, here we are. They do it all wrong anyway, yes. She just needs to be involved. She's like, I have to do this. I have to deal with it all. Francis Mason. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Casic purifier and this is the place to get one. Okay, a Casic purifier. Are you gonna give me that other thing so I can have a look? There we go. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulet perhaps submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hex. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Okay, so topaz gemstone. Strong smelling liquid. Small tokens. Okay. In a strong smelling liquid. Well, I mean, we have the egg thing and we have this bottle. It has a strong odor, and when I shake it, it rattles. Okay, so it could be, this could be things that are in there. Like the gemstones and small rings. Because, I mean, this also smelled, right? Of rotten eggs, but that's not vinegary, that's sulfur. Because yeah, like I have, the other liquid I have is this, but I already know it's the silent breath in that one. Because yeah, I mean, even if it has that topaz inside it, I would not be able to see it because it's obscured by the container. So is this one tricky because it's like you can't actually, it tells you there's a gemstone, but you can't actually see it. And she can cleanse the amulet. Is this symbol for something? Because that feels like it would be a symbol for something. Oh yes, vinegar. Yes. So the cross is for vinegar, and it says vinegar. So I think that's it. Yep. Yeah, the label is for vinegar, and there's a small object rattling inside. Okay. Yes, the sequel is here. So far, this is pretty good, right? They've taken the idea of the first game and really expanded on it, right? The map quests are bigger, the identification is bigger, so many things. There's still a cat, that's important. And there are more secrets in our shop. I was going to label this classic purifier. So yeah, so far so good. Okay, we have the relic hunter Baron Potter, intelligent, affable, heroic. Those are the words that Baron Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He also not a coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. Okay. Yeah, the shelves, you get shelves, you can organize, and also when you get new things, they just go here in the middle, so you get to put them wherever you want, instead of what was happening in the first game where like it just kept ramming the plants in where I had organized my plants. I was like, game, please. I'm trying to have a system. So yeah, they've improved. Simone, the librarian, our friend. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. Secrets! It's slow work, but I've made a bit of breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths without the counter? Yes, I did. I put some weights on them. I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And his journal holds some of the keys. Yes, clues. Simone always helps. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you can make of it. Thank you, Simone. I love you. Protection, alcove key, horn shackle, evocant, and then a moon something, the writing is dents and spiders, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay. We know horn shackle, let me just put those away. the horn shackle is the goat. Then the evocant, which we also have identified, but I'm like, I don't remember where I put it. Oh, there we go. And then moon something. What do we have that's called moon something? Moonstone Guardian. That would be one thing that's straight up called moon, because obviously there are things in here that may also reference the moon something. But we can try the Moonstone Guardian first. Because yeah, there's also a Moon Heart. But yeah, let's see Moonstone Guardian. For the banishments of Hope Sphere and Nautic Sight, this tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Well, I mean, if something in this show was going to be called a Moonstone Guardian, my guess would be this, because it has a moonstone on top and it's like, you know, a statue of someone, so that feels very Moonstone Guardian to me. No, that's not what we wanted. Okay, well, I mean, it was worth a try. I mean, because it might not be the Moonstone Guardian, right? Because we also have a thing that's known as Moonheart, the Selenic Totem. Which we've also identified, it was the owl. It was the owl. Ooh, we've gotten to a secret place full of secret things. Oh, two more tiles, and we've got some mags from the basement with different things, gems. Okay. Well. That was nice. Okay. So we've got this thing. But yes, the tiles. Let's get the tiles on the table. Okay, so according to the patterns, this comes after this symbols, which means this goes here. Yes, the cat is very essential. Cats are important, and this goes here. Okay, because yeah, again, after the Z goes the up arrow, and then the D. Which means we're only missing one more tile. And then something might happen with this table. That's very exciting, very exciting. So yeah, let's continue and let's hope that yeah, we get more clues. Yes, Simone, we know Simone from the first game, yes. Finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. She manages the collections of the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Yeah, I think if we get all the symbols for the table, that will turn it on, and then we can do whatever this says, right? Making me see the fields of the items or something. But yes, I assume the game will basically give us the progression, right? It's all arranged to happen at a specific time. I pet Jupiter 30 times already. We're 2.5 hours into the game, and I am, you know, petting the cat like it's my job. Jim Wolf. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. Well, I can give you the bat thing. I've tried the St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for some more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Yeah, hearing charm. Well, I already know that the bat lets you hear things because I inspected it. But yes, let's just go here. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too. making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Hearing charms take a form of animals known for their hearing. Yes, so I think it's the bat, right? Because when I inspect it with set and sound, every sound has become both louder and clearer. Yes, it helps me. It helps me helps me hear, and obviously a bat is known for their hearing. Yep. Yes, in the shape of a bat and enhances hearing. Yep. That's a new page for our book. And that's it for today. Okay. So yeah, what do we think about the game so far? Because I am having a lot of fun with it, and I am excited to discover the secrets. But to be honest with you all, I am a bit tired because I was like, oh, I really want to play the game, so I will stream after work. But now I'm feeling like the day is getting to me. So I think we've had 2.5 hours, so it might be okay to wrap up for now, and then I can stream again tomorrow, I can stream again Sunday, and if there's still game left, I can stream on Monday as well. So, you know, we can probably even get through the game in one weekend if we want to. But yeah, I think for today we had a little taste. It's definitely expanded on the idea and everything so far. It's looking really good. So yes, I'm excited to do more. But I think tomorrow will be the day. Will be the day for more. But yes, thank you for joining me for this shorter stream than usual. Right? Normally we go 3 to 4 hours, so a bit of a shorter one, but hopefully that's all good. Hopefully that's okay. So yes, we will pet the cat some more tomorrow. Yeah. And yeah, tomorrow there should be more memberships as well, because I still have 5 more for the month to do. So yeah. Yes. Thanks for coming. Thanks for chatting, and I shall see you tomorrow then to continue this. Yeah. Bye bye.